All right, let's give a shot at our second implementation here by using the slice function. So I'm back inside my chunk file. I'm going to open up my function, and we'll start off by following some of the blueprints that we left over here on the diagram. So we had said that we would create an empty chunked array, and we would create an index variable starting off at 0. So inside of chunk, we'll create chunked, which will be our empty array, and then we'll create our index variable. Now, index is going to be changing over time, so we're not going to use a const keyword here. Instead, we'll use a let keyword because this is a variable that we want to allow to change over time. Next, we will set up our while loop. So we want to run this while loop as long as index is less than the original array's length. So we'll say while index is less than array.length. And then inside of here is where the magic really starts to happen. First, we'll write out the slice statement. So this will be the statement that will take a slice out of our original array right here. So we want to slice everything from index to index plus size. That's the magic. That's the hard part right there. Array.slice produces an array that contains some number of elements out of the original array right here. So we can take this slice that gets produced and just stick it directly into the chunked array by using the push method. So we'll take this whole thing and stick it into chunked by saying chunked.push, like so. And then make sure you close off the parentheses on the other side. Then immediately after that, after we do our slice statement right here, we need to move on to the next index. So we're going to take our index variable and we'll add size to it. So we're not incrementing by 1 here, we're incrementing by the size variable because we want to essentially take big scoops out of the original array over time. So we'll say index plus equals size. And then remember that one very important step that I would never want you to forget, make sure you return chunked at the bottom. Okay, let's check our tests. And it looks like they're still all passing. So I think you can agree with me that this is visually a kind of more straightforward solution, at least in terms of lines of code. And as long as you understand how slice works, it probably is a little bit easier to understand what's going on rather than the solution that we came up with before, where we iterated through the entire array. Again, I think this would be a harder one to come up with on your own. So if you didn't come up with this, hey, don't sweat it. Remember, this course is all about just giving you these little tricks and tips because that's how you get better over time. You just see more problems, you learn tips like this, and you apply them to future problems that you see. So let's take a break right now. We'll continue in the next section and start looking at our next problem.